So one disadvantage to having the mill loader fitted, look, is it's very close to the tyre, very close to the wheel there. The wheels aren't set particularly, they're quite wide, so we've still got, there's quite a few spaces to go on the wheels. Yeah, it just doesn't give you much room in there, just to get it. It's kind of straight through there, not much room at all. So I'd hate to think what would happen if you wanted to do any ploughing or anything. So yeah, interesting. There we go. That's the best shot, isn't it? Not much room at all. Yeah, note to add: make sure that when you're fitting them, you've got the wheels out. If you're up there, there's not much room there at all between the wheel and the actual arm, so make sure that the wheel track is quite far out, otherwise you'll never get them on. And as I say, these are set quite far out already, look. So track width wise, you'll struggle to get them on. I'll have to look at the instructions and see what it says, but just some notes about this tractor. It's really really early model. You can see here that the independent brakes on the back are really small. Look, that's not very big at all. Look, I'll compare that to my diesel one later. And we can also see here that the plaque says 28,826. It's a model TEA, so 28,826, which is very early indeed, considering there were over 500,000 made already. So this is probably a 49, I think, maybe even a 50, but I think, well, we'll see, 46 I think they started production, 47, 48, maybe earlier than that. So yeah, really early model. TEA that's been converted to run on TVO. So that's one mud guard on. I've just positioned it, just put the bolts in. I'm going to make sure I get this one on, then so there we go. Temporarily I've had to just tie these on because the brackets aren't right, and the brackets are going to be made up, but not by me, so someone's going to do that. So that's it, it's all in place, looking good. There we go, looking very good. Let's come around the back. So it's all tightened up around the back, and on this side all tightened up. Just going to remove the pulley now so I can put the T-bar in and put the seat back on, and also need to just put the exhaust back in, just down there. But then I'm going to, there's the two rams, there's the loader front. I've got some pins on the ground down here as well, so I'm going to give it a whirl in a minute. Got some more hoses over here, so I've got enough hoses, I can make up the hoses that I need. So I'll give it a go in a minute. Okay. Right then, so one cylinder to fit. I love this piece on the cylinder here. It's got an extra sort of piece on it, and then this here goes through a hole in the frame, so that when you're not using them, these can be clipped out the way, keep the cylinders out the way. I'll show you where that bit is in a minute. So if I come across, I've got the loader in place. I've got one big bolt here at the top going through, holding it on, and the pins I've got at the moment aren't good enough, so I've got a bolt holding it there at the bottom, and on the inside there I've got another bolt holding the bottom piece. So that's the one side done. I've just got to connect it up here, and we'll come round to the other side. You'll see that at the moment no piston in place underneath there, Again, I've got a bolt holding that in there. There's no pins, so I've got pins to sort out. But other than that, it's looking good so far. Tractor's all back together. I kicked it over, it starts okay. And I've sorted out the back here so that I can get the taken the pulley off, so I can now get the T-bar on, so that I can get some pressure running through the valves into the pistons. Okay. Well, there it is. It's finally all together, and I was able to give it like a quick 2-second test, and then the petrol's run out. So I'm pretty pleased with it. It's looking pretty good. Seem to have got everything right. All gone together first time. I'm just testing it. Everything's wired up correctly. The valve's open. Remember to put the T-bar at the back. T-bar stops the hydraulics moving up and down and allows the pressure in the system to try and find another place to go apart from the lifting the lower links up and down. So by doing that, it gets diverted to the rams at the front. So hopefully in a minute I should be able to show you it working. And there it is, 1 mill loader fitted and working.